Yo, let's go.
Mic check, because we can't trust CrazyFi. Mic check.
You should be talking.
Anyone but Ice Neo, give us a mic check. Thank you, LTS. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, and welcome to another CouchCast stream. This is our Thursday stream that we do every Thursday at 7 p.m. US East, where we discuss news, updates, drama regarding lightweight MMORPGs such as SimpleMMO, IdleMMO, and a ton of other games. Hopefully one day there needs to be more Idle games. I'm Paisen. That's CrazyFi over there.
That is me.
Oh wait, you didn't mirror me. Oh my god, dude, fire CrazyFi. Anyway, and we have a surprise guest for 2 seconds. This is a rare sighting. Usually she's in bed by now, but this is Pichers. Pichers wanted to say hello. She's got her My Chemical Romance haircut going on.
Yeah, looks cute.
And she's just looking. She's like, "Yo, chat, what's up?" So say goodnight to Pichers. And she says goodnight to you if she could speak, but she just goes like bah 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 most of the time. She's just like stunned. She's like, "What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing, baby girl?"
Oh.
Yeah, there she is. She loves chat. She loves chat. All right. Tonight's episode's gonna be great. Thank you so much, little Kimchers and Pichers. But we're going to be discussing some news within our main content segment. So we have news for Ironwood RPG. We have huge news for IdleMMO. And then we're also going to be going over the latest progress report within SimpleMMO Seasonal Guild Leaderboard. And we also have, thanks to someone within the community, I was able to get the dirt on why LDS deleted themselves. They committed seppuku. So we'll be discussing that. Yeah, Ripperoni. We'll be discussing that during the SGL portion. But anyway, CrazyFi, how are you tonight?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm tired. So tired. But you know, that's nothing new. So work's been busy. That's about it, really. Life. What about you?
I haven't heard from you in like days.
Dude,
I haven't been in the Discord.
I haven't been in the Discord for like at least over 24 hours. Like I've just been working nonstop, and then go pick up the kid and then take care of him, and that's been rough because got dealing with some stuff there, and then you know, it's fun stuff.
Okay, lower the music, they say.
Okay.
CrazyFi is just bumping. He's just bumping shit. He doesn't even want you to hear what we have to say.
But yeah.
Okay, well, I've been great. Today has been an amazing day, all right? It's been a long day. I'm tired as fuck, too. Can't say the F word because of sponsorships. We don't have any sponsors. One day. But, so we did our new home orientation where we met our project manager and, you know, went to our new house. It's done. There's like a final, like, they call it punch out, where they come and like, you know, make sure everything's good, right. Fix all the scuffs, whatever. They fixed everything in the inspection report because we found a bunch of like small stuff. And then, yeah, so he just walked us through everything. The warranty is super simple process. You know, everything's online, or, you know, they have a team dedicated to it. And then we got to like hang out in the house. They let us just chill there because there was no work for that day. And we got to do like our measurements and stuff like that for furniture. Yeah, it was just like, wow, we started this back in like April, and we got to see it from, you know, a patch of dirt to a brand new single family home. So it was really exciting. Because I feel like a lot of time actually it sped up getting there because the awful experience selling our home with our current buyers. Yeah, they just kind of ruined our life for like a month and a half. So I just like, once we got out of that, it was like a nightmare fuel, you know. It was just like it was like, oh wait, our house is ready, and then, you know, now we're here. Yeah. So it was cool. Yeah, and Pichers was just kind of like rolling around on the carpet.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so good stuff there. That's all I have. So before we get into housekeeping, let's go into chat. Let's say hello to chat. So first and foremost, we got to crack open the fresco.
Oh, I forgot. In case it's not obvious, I shaved my beard.
I don't think anyone noticed.
Yeah, surprise.
And I'm growing my mustache. You shaved your beard, and I'm growing my mustache. And no one gives a shit anymore. It used to be our lore. Now no one cares.
I know. I got bored. I was going to trim my beard because it was getting out of hand. I was like, I gotta professionalize my beard, and then I was like, you know
Messed
what?
up.
No, I was just like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it. And yeah, I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell my kid, which I mean he wouldn't understand.
You just scared him. You scared.
Surprisingly, he just kind of like stared at me and like kept touching my face, but he didn't cry or anything. But my wife wasn't very happy about me shaving my beard, so.
You should at least kept the stash, dude.
Oh, dude,
I've never seen you with just a stash.
I shaved it with just a stash. I was like, I could rock this, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but I got work meetings.
So
I don't want to wear a mustache at work. So, yeah.
but you'll have a giant lumberjack beard
Yes.
like any other tech nerd has, but you won't rock a stash in a professional setting.
Yes. That is right.
All right. Chat for CrazyFi.
So I'll grow
All right,
it
let's-
out again, but we'll see.
Yeah, gain like 10 years on your life back because you.
Yeah, dude. I was sitting
back in college?
a meeting. I was literally like first meeting with external partners, and I looked through like all the cams that were on. I'm like, because I was like, wow, I look like a freaking baby compared to everyone now. God damn it.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
All right, so Ice Neo was first for the first time in ever. First, say that a bunch of times, but congrats to Ice Neo. Good to see you, man. Fluffy was here at some point. Good to see you, Fluffy. CrazyFi was obviously a member for 8 months now. Saying, wow, would you look at that? That's called a tax write-off, brother. And Barris is here saying meow. Meow to you, Barris. I mean, if you're a cat at a keyboard and that's all you can say.
Let's roleplay.
Moving on. So LTS the mod is here. Good to see you, LTS. We have Ghost Bear showing up saying sup fi and pie, lurking extra much today, but salute to us. So what's up, Ghost Bear? Always good to see you. Victor is in the chat saying let's go. What's up, Victor? And then we have Old Man Pines showing up. Old Man Pines, one of our newer community members. Good to see you, man. Said excited for the IdleMMO news. Me too. I have purposely not read the blog. I wanted to see it for the first time tonight. And guess what? It's probably the biggest blog I've seen since like announcing IdleMMO. And I'm like, wow, why is it so long? That's what she said. Anyway, not to me because I mean, who would? Dova is here. Dova says steak starting soon. You're just a rat, Dova. I love you, but you're a rat. Anyway, moving on. Oh yeah, Fluffy is still here. It's always good to see Fluffy. Moving on. We have Beasky from LDS. He's now homeless probably, but there's Beasky. Say, wait, how do you know? I can't tell you my sources, Beasky. Otherwise, no one would tell me anything. Welsky's here checking in. What's up, Welsky? We have Nowry showing up. Mod shout to you, Nowry, for actually showing up to stream for once. You also rat bastard. Chubby is here. What's up, Chubby? Always good to see Chubby. He's rocking the head avatar from Keeban. He has now joined the Couch Cat crew. I mean, if you're going to be a mod, if you're going to be a captain of Couch Cat, you might as well let Keeban bend you over in commission fees and get an avatar. You might as well be one of the crew. You might as well be recognized. Yeah, you might as well. I think Chubby's great at that. Just getting bent over by Keeban for... Oh my god, anyway.
Yeah, there goes
who else
all
is
the
here?
potential sponsors, right?
Fresca's not sponsoring, but Bombs is here, dude. Do you know who Bombs is? He's from TSL. That guild sucks. Just kidding. I'm completely kidding. Finch is here. Says it's hair. No worries. Hello. Welcome, Finch. Welcome to the stream. And then we oh no, it's Lily, right? We're going with Lily.
Yes,
now,
you could do
Lily is here. Says peeks in. You spelled it wrong, Lily, but guess what? We love you, so who gives a shit? Moving on to Cowgirl Kiwi.
How did she misspell it?
Like a mountain peak. You peek in. You don't peek in. You peek in like a mountain.
Yeah,
it was a joke, dude.
Okay.
It was a joke.
Well,
okay, anyway.
You might want to work on your comedy.
Cowgirl Kiwi, anyway, welcome to the stream. Howdy, she says. And we got Silverwolf here. Woof to you, because Wolfblood representing. You know, as someone in Wolfblood, there's really not a lot of Wolfblood representation here, so that's really unfortunate. And then we have Demo showing up saying, wait, CrazyFi's beard, and they're crying. So yeah, you just missed a Demo. We had a funeral for CrazyFi's beard, and now he's a baby again. And... Dova saying Bammy, dude. Dova, come on, man. You're the rat. And Lily's protesting me. Okay, enough. Cowgirl Kiwi says, I'm from Frontier if you couldn't guess from the name. Hey, it fits. I dig it. Welcome anyone from Frontier showing up to the stream. All right. Okay, if you're lurking, say hello. If you're here right now, please like the stream. It helps us. Just like the stream and enjoy your time tonight. Unless you're Dova, because he's a rat. And Dova sends me rats in SimpleMMO. So yeah, he's definitely a rat. Okay, moving on to housekeeping. CrazyFi, do you have anything for housekeeping?
WGS is going to be a double whammy next week. It's not coming out this week due to a technical issue. But no worries, it will be a double whammy, which means more. Does that mean
you didn't do it or did you delete it?
No, there was an issue with it, getting the data, but
he didn't do it.
I tried my best.
CrazyFi lying to the other partner live on TV.
Clip it and ship it, baby.
Yeah, someone clip this shit. Amelia says, "Sup, gang? Didn't realize it was stream time. Guess I'll have this as shower background noise."
Heck yeah,
Amelia, demonetized.
Never mind, I can't say that.
Yeah, don't say it.
No, real fast for people who have dealt with the Mike's API. Like, I get these host connection abortions pretty regularly. Normally I could catch them, but sometimes I don't because I'm sleeping. But it's really annoying. Either like he's getting too many requests at once, or I don't know. But whatever. That's the issue.
Okay, it's the API, dude. Ice Neo is a rat. Okay, let me read this. As someone looking at Wolfblood from the outside, I can pinpoint one officer they need to kick for them to get first. Silver says, I've noted this as well, Ice, from the outside looking in. You two are rats, dude. They're talking about me.
Yeah.
They're talking about me, man.
I think I'm going to have to agree with them on that one.
Bro, I told you. Theron was sandbagging the guild. I can finally lift Wolfblood to its potential. Silver was like, man, this game's not fun. Quits for almost a year. After legacying, comes back. I think he legacied again. What a weirdo. Comes back, runs the edgiest guild in SimpleMMO called Bloody Tampon. And then what happens? They're back in Wolfblood, sandbagging the guild again.
If Wolfblood isn't first on the leaderboard for the SGL, I don't think your potential to lift them up is there. I think you're talking too much.
Listen. I can work miracles. Okay, just give me time. Give me.
You had a week.
4 years.
4 years.
All right.
Won't be around.
Anyway, yo, one day we'll get to stream. Okay, for housekeeping on my end, we have a new poll. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm actually going to drop the link now. But we have a new poll, and we're trying to decide here. Okay. Oh wait, I'm logged in. I'm logged in as Couch Cat. This is excellent stuff. So we have a new poll. All right, and we're trying to decide. Should the lightweight MMO RPG news segment, should that remain its own VOD? So you know how we have the stream and then we create a video or VOD of the lightweight MMO segment, and then we have the SGL segment, right? Should we keep the MMORPG segment, the news segment, a separate VOD, or should we just keep it in the live stream VOD, so the main VOD after we stream this, and just add chapters to the mainstream so that it's just there. It can be viewed. The SGL will still get its own VOD because it's one of our bigger pieces of content on the channel, and it's one of our passions here. But yeah, just to reduce the amount of VODs. And, sometimes people don't actually, not a lot of people watch the MMO stuff. So, which is unfortunate because we're trying to be... But anyway, here's the link to the poll. It's fancy. It's got a picture, and you just click the picture to vote. So here you go. Here's the poll. We'd greatly appreciate it, especially from active community members, what you think on that. And 2, this is my last stream ever. Just kidding. For like a week to 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, while we start the move next week. And here's something real fun, chat. Here's something excellent. So USPS hasn't updated our address. Okay, so we don't exist.
Nice.
We have an address, but we don't exist. You know who has our address? Freaking utilities to charge us money. So So I did like a brute force mail forwarding on USPS's website. If you click it's a correct address like 10 times, it finally pops up and it says, "Is this a new construction that's been built in the last 6 months? Check this box." It's not a default option. So this whole time we were like, "Oh, it's eventually going to get updated." No, it's not. So just did that yesterday. Good luck to us. We don't know when we're going to be able to do mail. And guess what? Our internet provider for that area won't, even though they're like, we see every house around you put in for service, they will not open a ticket for service on our house until our address is in USPS, even though they have physically seen our house. So yeah, I might be living off a hotspot for like a week. Isn't that great?
That's wild. That's
my live chat. So crazy, it's gonna be up to CrazyFi, and we know how that goes. So rest in peace, Couch Cat. I'll lay over.
Killing the LLC while you're out.
Yeah, killing the LLC. I mean, we killed Homie Chat. So what else? You know, dude, that meme was so good. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much housekeeping. Vote for the poll and miss me. Those are the two things. All right. So let's move on to the main content tonight.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start with our first game, but I'll do the intro here. So we're moving on to the lightweight MMORPGs news segment of our stream tonight. It's where we cover all the news and like patch notes of lightweight MMOs that we play. And our first game tonight, CrazyFi, if you're ready, is Overlord. And yeah, it's looking kind of sad.
Nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that intended?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just put us back in the big screen, dude. The joke's over. All right. So essentially, this game was hot off the presses, right? As soon as it hit beta, we had updates like hourly. Now updates have slowed to a crawl, and it's because of this like passion project coming from the dev. And CrazyFi, what is this passion project?
His PvE game.
Yeah, and I've seen like one screenshot of it. It's like an equipment system with like upgrades and stats and rune slots or gem slots. I forget what he calls it. Yeah, so pretty much Overlord's in a stable but stale state right now. There were last stream we covered talks of reducing the amount of guild members in a guild, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for Overlord. We'll see what this PvE game, how it turns out. He's rapidly developing it, but it might look exactly. My fear is it might look exactly the same as Overlord, just PvE. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to probably the biggest news segment of tonight. That's IdleMMO. And we have version 0.23.0, and it's the battle and hunting rework, class changing, and more. It's a giant blog post that you can find in the IdleMMO official Discord under announcements. And you can also find this on Galahad Creative's blog site. He's got like a little blog tab. But essentially, this is a complete overhaul of the battle system and the new ability to change your character's class, among other changes. CrazyFi, if you want to lead us into this one.
Sure. Mike talks about the difference, the problems with the old system, essentially boiling down to this is an idle game genre, and the battle system that we know right now, and not the update that's coming out, is not idly at all, if you will. So that's a big issue. And like he says here, it's either loved or completely ignored. I completely ignored it for
I did
a number
too,
of reasons.
dude.
I don't want to.
My hunting's awful.
Anyways, so there's a lot of like level discrepancies with like a character's power level didn't align with their combat level, which is very true. You see a lot of like people who are like grinding out on other things like mining and wood cutting and all that, and never touching battles. So then like they become useless in raids for guilds who are trying to level up, which is then a struggle because then they have to go do dungeons and battles just to get to that guild's requirement, and that's a whole thing. And it can be very frustrating. Yeah.
It's what we do at our guild because
Yeah.
that's what we did as players. We grinded a resource, we vendored the shit out of it because the player market sucks, and we spam dungeons until you hit 0 gold, and you do it all over again just to raise our combat level because that's easier to stomach than the hunting mechanic at that time.
Right. More issues, difficulty in obtaining primary stats, EXP. So yeah, it's just another thing, like the primary stats, like it's causing issues there. There's a whole write-up. I absolutely recommend reading it. I don't want to read it to everyone here. And then hunting, is just, fell short of expectations because it was tedious. To me, I feel like hunting is just a useless concept within the game that if you removed it, it would make battling a lot easier. And maybe something that I would do, being part of the like active portion of the game. But because you introduce this hurdle you have to get across that's timed, and for an idle aspect of it, screw it. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, it can be also very frustrating.
The whole thing with hunting came from, IdleMMO, the dev team wanting it to be a hybrid, right? They called it a hybrid idle game. And really, the only active component in this game would probably be something like the easiest one to implement, right? Would be like the hunting mechanic. And we saw even in the playtest CrazyFi, I mean, we talked about it. It was so slow before the micro change that happened during live, right?
Right.
It was just so slow and painful. Like we were instantly like, this is not a fun gameplay loop.
Right.
Like there's no way. How am I supposed to level combat? And and then they changed it to make it faster, and I still didn't touch it. Like I tried it, and I was like, because someone was like, hunting can be lucrative if you collect those mats, especially the mats for like the higher tier recipes.
Right.
But it wasn't fun enough for me to stick with it, and dungeons were the only route to go in my eyes as like an idle player. Yeah, and so this like whole hunting system was kind of it was their way to be hybrid, but it wasn't working for the most part.
Right. Yeah, like so to address some of the comments, I am all for adding active portions of a game in an idle game. Like I think that's a great idea. I think Ironwood does a good balance of that. Like their tasks, the challenges, those are more active requirements to do in the game rather than just, building out, 450 gold armor that you have to do. 4,500 gold armor.
Like smithing or some shit.
Exactly. Yeah. But when you take a combination, you take an active portion of the game and then you throw it at an idle portion before that, but it's not like a true idle. It's like a, couple minutes, 30 seconds, couple minutes idle. That one's awkward because then you're just kind of sitting there like, do I leave? Do I stay? Like, what do I do? And because of that awkwardness, it just doesn't make that active portion of the game fun anymore. You're penalizing your players, in my opinion, by doing that. Now, if they like reinvent this, battle system, which we'll cover in a second, and then add like more grindy, more active portions to the game with the future updates, with the future roadmap, I think that's the way to go. But don't try to incorporate the active portion with the idle portion together. It doesn't.
It's like a half. It's a half-baked system when they're like in the same, like when they're combined.
Yeah.
And to your point, I think Ironwood RPG does this really well, where it is a pure idle game, but the active components are selecting your challenges or re-rolling your challenges, doing your daily quests. Okay, doing this task, knocked it out, going to the next task. Like you're active in choosing how to tackle your task for the day, and then you can come back later after that's completed, and you'll have like a whole nother maybe there's guild like a guild event that you can be actively participating in, or guild quests as part of your daily quest that you can actively like choose the target and get it done and come back. So you're like actively choosing your actions, and they're quick. Like, I mean, your daily quest you can get done in like 10 minutes. But there's no like like hunting, and there's no hunting in Ironwood RPG where you're like you have to be there to queue up your your
Right.
5 mobs at once or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think another, like, on the whole aspect of just idling in general, right? Like Ironwood does it really well where you could choose aspects of the game to idle like for 3 hours, for 4 hours, and then like so during the day you could play it and then come back to it incrementally throughout the day. And then if you're going to go to sleep, or you're going to be away from the game for a long time, you could do those infinite, it's not infinite, there is a time, there's like 30-day time span or something that you could do where you could just chop
The
wood,
fishing,
or
chopping wood,
whatever
yeah.
it is, right? Like, and not even have to worry about like, oh, there's a timer associated to this one. It's just infinite for to a certain standard. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Another
a whole other topic.
Yeah, and just another thing, when I was hunting, my gear upgrades, my leveling, it didn't make hunting feel any better. Yeah, like the lower level mobs, I could go to like the noob area and just one shot boars or ducks or whatever frick. But as it went on, I was like, I don't really feel good doing this. I don't feel beefy doing this.
Yeah, there's no progression.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you don't get that sense of accomplishment with dungeons either.
Yeah.
While it's the better combat route right now, but there's no like satisfaction. There's no like, dungeon boss where all the participants from your guild. Maybe there's like because there's 5 of us, it's like 82% chance or 76% chance of full completion. And then when we actually, maybe we do squeak it through, and we're like, dude, we did it.
Right.
We did something. But no, it's just like, here's a timer and we get through it.
Yep.
So, yeah, let's go ahead with the battling.
Yeah. Some more issues. Obviously, you're talking about attacking lower level enemies because you don't have to wait around. Stats, there's minimal impact there. Food became pointless. Absolutely. Like when I first started playing, like, yeah, food was important to survive those like freaking bunnies. But then once you hit a certain level, it's like, oh, I don't need food like ever again. Like,
how many people quit?
Yeah.
How many people quit after that bunny, dude?
Oh my god.
Like, it's like Ironwood RPG the snail when you had no food equipped, and you're like, why is this so hard?
Yeah. Dude, I absolutely got slaughtered. I'm like, I need food. And then I'm like, wait, no, I don't. Not anymore. And then because this was such an active portion of the game, it pushed some players to use bots when they shouldn't, regardless. But they're saying 80% of people were using bots specifically for the battle system, for an auto clicker.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Yeah.
People had enough, dude.
Yeah. Very interesting. So let's talk about what they plan on doing here. So he says, I'll start reading portions of this. So let's dive right into what we're working on. Instead of just telling you about the changes, the things better show you directly. Just a heads up, everything that's shown here is subject to change. It's in the alpha testing phase, so it could absolutely change. We see it all the time. And when you first open up the battle page, nothing has changed if there are no enemies. So this is like the hunting right here, but there will be a difference when you hunt, right? So we made the hunts longer, a lot longer, depending on your stats. Instead of just a few minutes, you can now hunt up to a maximum idle time, and I assume that's dependent on whether or not you have a membership or not. And then two things that will extend that duration is movement speed and hunting mastery, which I'm sure a lot of people are very low on right now, so that would be interesting to see as it goes. And so that way, I guess, like, I don't know, I would be interested to see like how much the duration increases. I would imagine it's not more than like what is it for membership? I can't even remember, like 180 minutes or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. But when you finish the hunt, there will be a stack of enemies that you could attack. So instead of just getting your like 6 to 8 or whatever amount you could get, now it's going to be a whole freaking stack of enemies that you could attack. And then it seems like you could hunt more. I don't know if that will remove the enemies or just add it more to the stack, but let's read into it. Main idea behind this change is to let your character continuously hunt enemies until you reach the cap, which is determined by your hunting mastery level. It'd be pretty impractical and a bit silly to display each enemy individually. So that's why they're doing a count. That's how many of each of the mobs you get. Currently, maximum number of enemies a character could stack ranges from 500 to 2,000. So if you're level 100 in Hunting Mastery, which I'd love to see how many are, you'll be able to stack 2,000 enemies. And then from there, attack them, I guess. This leads to another feature where you could hunt more enemies. They just stack up on top of the others you've already hunted. So you could really stack up to attack. Since it's not feasible to hunt all 2,000 enemies in one session, given that the idle, it's 160. I was off. You'll need to split this task over several hunting sessions. Also, it's important to note that reaching that 160-minute cap requires a high hunting mastery level. So it's not even just membership will get you 160. You have to upgrade your stats or boost your stats. It will pick up starting a new hunt will pick up where it left off. You can keep going like this until you hit your limit. Decide to cancel a hunt midway, the game will automatically determine how many enemies you hunted during that time. For example, if your current capacity allows you to hunt 500 enemies over 100 minutes, and you cancel after 50 minutes, the game calculates that you've hunted 250 enemies because you stopped halfway through. These enemies will then be added, which is nice because it means like you didn't just waste 50 minutes of your time and just completely ignore what you've hunted. And then, from there, you can start attacking an enemy. Just click on one you want to defeat. This will open a dialog window, giving you the option to attack.
Not the bunny.
Not the bunny,
dude.
You'll notice two things on the screen: food and stance.
Ugh, dude, I'm not hunting. This, Mike. I know you're trying to get me to hunt. I know you're doing this for me. I'm just not going to do it, dude. There's too much going on. I'm just going to do dungeons. I'm a dungeon fiend.
It'll be interesting to see the balance between how many you can hunt and battle versus doing one dungeon and the wait timer for that. I
wonder what the EXP payout will be.
Yeah, exactly. So food, you could choose which food to bring along for the battle. Adding food effectively extends your battling time. Here's a basic idea. The more food you carry, the more enemies you can battle. Food boosts your effective health. For instance, if your character has 100 HP, you take 20 food items, each providing an extra 10 HP. Your total effective health becomes 300 HP. With a higher effective health, you can engage more enemies consecutively. That just sounds like it's going to auto heal you, basically. The battle continues until one of the three scenarios occurs. Your character gets defeated, so all their health and food is gone. Your character defeats all the enemies who exceeded the maximum idle time.
All right, so they're going to be like IdleMMO, and they're going to add a revive feature. Or like in whatever, like 900 seconds you're going to revive.
Dude.
Because that would be whack.
I doubt it. It's probably going to be just feed your dude some food, heal up, and then get back in the game.
No. The great thing about revive is that you don't have to come back and like do anything. Like you just revive and then you continue.
Yeah,
there's just a time penalty.
Yeah.
So if they add more idle time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's 160 minutes. Like there's not
a lot of time. But if they ever want to be an actual idle game.
Yeah, they'd have to extend their idle times across the board.
I'm calling it right now. There will be a revive feature. They'll say it wasn't from Ironwood RPG, and I'll say, Yomu, you rat, you cute rat, and he'll be like, all right.
The second portion of the battle system is a stance. It's a new method for gaining primary stat experience points. Now instead of earning these points through skills, you'll get them directly from battling, which I never understood why you would have to use skills to earn stats for battling. But regardless, we believe this approach makes more sense since primary stats are exclusively used for battle. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the other ones. Previously obtaining them via skill seemed to be disconnect them from their main function, making the whole system feel a bit disjointed. Absolutely. There will be 5 stances to take. Balance, which attains XP for every primary stat. So you split it up evenly across all stats. You could do offensive, which focuses on your strength stat. Defensive focuses on defense stat. Agile focuses on speed. And dexterous focuses on dexterity. And just to clarify, the experience points you earn from defeating enemies are allocated to both combat and stats. For instance, if you defeat an enemy and you get 20 XP from that enemy, that means 20 XP towards your combat level and 20 XP towards your primary stats, depending on your chosen stance. So there's that. And then battling. Jeez. When you start battling, you'll be shown a completely new battle screen. It'll show you how many you defeated, how many remaining, your stats, like chances for all this, so which is kind of nice. You can see what's happening behind or under the hood, if you will. And then you'll fight enemies until you win or get defeated, boost your stats, yeah. That's just the general like tooltip pop-up. And they say significantly revamped how the battle system operates behind the scenes to streamline performance and allow it to scale. Previously in the old system, battles were conducted one enemy at a time. For each encounter, the system would simulate the fight to determine the winner and calculate the rewards. This method, especially when facing multiple stacked enemies, became highly inefficient and a major performance bottleneck. Yeah, don't want to constantly simulate like 50,000 bunnies. Now we shifted to a bulk simulation approach. Instead of handling each battle one by one, the system simulates the entire sequence at once and calculates the outcome collectively. This not only speeds up the process, but also helps in handling multiple enemies more effectively, making the whole system more robust and capable. Here's what it specifically calculates. How many enemies you could defeat until one of the three scenarios occurs, how much damage is given to the enemy per hit, how much damage you take from the enemy per hit, how many hits you take to defeat the enemy, your hit chance, the enemy's hit chance. So all the common stats to calculate the battle. And it's
how much is left in this post, man?
Dude, we're halfway.
We're not going. No way, dude.
Essentially, it calculates the system. You could read it, and then closing remarks. Actually, no, the rest are comments, so we're good. I lied.
Okay.
All this info is displayed on your screen, so you can see how it's going to do it under the hood. And yeah, it just, I don't know. It's just, this is how it's done. So we set up the system that you could end a battle early. It'll automatically calculate how many enemies you defeated and give you the appropriate rewards. For example, if you start a battle with 20 enemies and it's supposed to take 20 minutes, but you cancel after defeating the 15th enemy, around 15 minutes, you'll get the XP and loot for those 15. So if someone understands how to work this system, they could literally just stop right before they're killed. You know, like you take all, like they basically tell you, like, we're going to upfront simulate the entire bulk enemy encounters. And then it's like a timer, basically. It sounds like to me a timer at that point to get your answer of whether or not you completed everything. So if you know all the stats here and it could simulate, simulate the same thing, you might be able to like time it just right to end when you need to. But I don't know. Hold on. Excuse me. All right, closing remarks. This is the battle system. It's an experimental phase. And then, you could change. They're going to introduce the changing of characters every 14 days. And then changing items are not tradable. Yep. And once you're forsaken forever. And then you could change your name, which is cool. And then fishing.
They're going to ruin it for everyone.
We noticed a significant imbalance in gold accumulation when doing the fishing skill, which is sad. I loved my gold. Yeah. It's just, look at all the beautiful fishing. Blah, blah, blah. Basically what comes down to, they're going to rebalance fishing. And maybe not an outright nerf, they're saying, but, you know.
It will be.
It's going to nerf your gold.
That's what's up. That's what's coming to IdleMMO. This is probably one of their biggest updates since going live. So we'll see how it works out. Battling has been the weakest point of this game.
Yep.
And like equipment has felt useless. Stats have kind of felt useless. Once you hit the base percentage to complete a dungeon, not I was saying like, oh, final boss would be its own percentage. But there's an actual base percentage per dungeon, like pass or fail, essentially.
Yeah.
Once you get there, it's like you can be buck naked in this dungeon. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's all about combat level. So, we'll see what happens. So,
cool.
Here we go. That's really good for IdleMMO. At least we see it here, not for their other game that we don't mention. So. All right, let's move on to the next game. It's the final game before we move over to the SGL. And it's Ironwood RPG. We finally have another update. And they're not calling it the alchemy rework, but it's essentially a rework of how
it is,
things are working in the alchemy skills tree, and then also like a huge hit to potions and stuff like that. But You'll see here the alchemy skill has been reworked for the final time. It's been like the biggest skill, like the biggest skill of contention, or point of contention, but skill of contention. Now there's apparently 3 tiers of potions to craft, and there's some other stuff. Now mixed potions are no longer able to be created, and all existing mixed potions have been unmixed back into 2 divines. So that's very interesting. And they just go on to talk about potion shit.
Yeah, basically remove the old stuff, and here's your new stuff. It should be interesting. I've been sort of dabbling in alchemy for a little bit, so be interested to see how it changes the market and how people utilize potions. But we'll see.
Yeah, I touched it before it went 1.0, because it was like the final thing to test, and I wanted to try making my own potions. It was like very resource intensive. For me, it's a late game, it
is really resource intensive.
Yeah, and it was okay. So
yeah,
we'll see how this goes. It's the final time though, so no more complaining. But that will do it. That concludes our lightweight MMORPG news segment. Thanks for everyone tuning in for this portion, and thanks to the VOD squad who's going to watch this later with new chapters. All right. So before we hop over to the SimpleMMO Seasonal Guild Leaderboard, it's time for our ad of the night. We have a bomb sponsor tonight, okay? And that bomb sponsor is all of you. So all of you YouTube members out there, thank you so much for supporting us with your hard-earned money. For just as low as $2.99 a month, you can become a YouTube member. It directly supports us here on YouTube. And you get access to a evolving badge, which evolves over time. You get emotes, like Dagon was just flashing down there in chat. Welcome to the stream, Dagon, and who's also one of our biggest supporters. And you get early access to VODs and special videos. So that question time with the dev, I still don't know what we're really calling it, but that CrazyFi's video, series. Yeah, the Dev Talk series, where the Q&A with Mike. That was released early to members on the night of the stream, so that was really sick. If you want to see content like that early, that's the best way to do it. But yeah, shout out to all the YouTube members here, and then to everyone else who's not a YouTube member for just showing up, liking the stream, subscribing if you're new here, and telling your friends to come and watch and subscribe as well. Shout out to all of you. We appreciate the support. Absolutely. And that's the ad. Isn't that great? When you don't have real sponsors, it's just that simple. Okay, now okie dokie. The best time of the night. We're now going to discuss the SimpleMMO Seasonal Guild Leaderboard progress report for Season 6. But before CrazyFi does his spiel, we have some insider knowledge of why Last Damn Sushi, or Last Whatever Steppers, whatever the original name was. Last Damn Steppers? Last Damn Steppers died on stream. Last Living Death Steppers. Yeah, living, now they're dead. So this is from an inside source, and here's the story for LDS. We have been discussing a lot of improvements we wanted to make to the guild, but unfortunately we never got to the point to start them. Almost all the council, that's their leadership, was going inactive, including the boss, the guild leader, after holidays ended. So this individual told them, it looks a bit like we have lost focus and activity in the guild. So LDS was basically, listless. They were floating along. This person goes on to state, the guild didn't even manage to kill 7,500 NPCs in a 3 to 4 day period for their guild quest. So this individual asked them to, somehow get this issue resolved. There were no answers apparently for a couple days. And then this individual who's within the council said they decided to change something. They decided to put their foot down and that they couldn't run the guild on their own. And there's a new guild. Their tag is TSG. I don't actually know what that guild name is. But they are looking to, jump ship to a more active guild. And apparently a lot of time went by. Sheaf 120, which was the guild leader of LDS, they finally responded and said that a sleeping guild. So essentially to us, that's a retirement guild, like
Yep.
very chill, like no one's active. And because of that, this individual went to TSG. And this individual, thanked Chief for their time. They loved LDS. And out of the blue, when this individual went back to, logged back in to check on things, LDS was gone. And the leader, Chief, messaged everyone in the early morning, apparently when they were just, the only ones online, and deleted LDS. So we saw them in their time zone. We saw them delete their guild actively and, during our live stream. And this individual shocked. A lot of the guild members are still shocked. And apparently most of the LDS members have moved on to TSG to try to stick together. So rip LDS. Best of wishes to everyone who is now in TSG. And hopefully, you find success with them. I will miss the stepping stream shenanigans with LDS. They were wild. Their names were, sushi. It was funny. Good times. But yeah. All right, CrazyFi, if you want to lead us in to the SGL intro.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentle suppers, welcome to another report of our weekly SGL, where we cover the 3-month seasonal guild leaderboard in-game for SimpleMMO. We break it down, 5 guilds for 5 tiers. This leaderboard, this dashboard that you'll see for our presentation, was built by Yomu, so thank him whenever you see him. He's an amazing individual. Alright. Without further ado, let's hop into our first tier here.
Why did you do that?
It's our celestial tier. Gotta add some animations, Celestial tier. As our 1 through 5 place positions, we have TSL in first, Factory Reset in second, Friendly in third, The Forest is showing life again, coming back up into the celestial tier, knocking
Insane.
Wolfblood out, should I say. And DPS showing up in that 5th place position, being the absolute GOAT of the PvE guilds. Pretty cool to see the Forest coming back. And they're close to 3rd place. I mean, 3 through 5 are actually really close. So who knows what will happen next week.
Yeah, so shocking that the Forest just woke up one day and pushed 2 positions into Celestial tier. So that's wild for them. I wonder if Kin is awake now. Kin is just bing, I'm here. And unfortunate for Wolfblood. As you know, I've been carrying Wolfblood since I've joined. Dagon's in chat. Dagon came and looked me in the eyes right now because it's just gut wrenching for us. I'll pull us together. I'll give us a chat. I'll get in there and say, hey, we'll do better. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's a good shakeup in Celestial tier.
Yeah.
But I do want to note, TSL's total EXP is freaking wild right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think first place is going to be, sealed. The deal is sealed for now. I know. Actually, this is breaking news, but FR, some leadership changes have happened. Not co-leads or anything like that. Well, actually, yeah, I think so. But some leadership shuffles have gone on. So I don't know what that means for the guild. They're obviously on a strong trajectory. But just some things, some rumblings I've been able to observe. So yeah, good stuff for Celestial. And Theron. Oh no, not Theron. I hope you didn't hear what I said earlier about sandbagging Wolf. But thank you so much for the 5 gift bombs here at Couch Cat. Mike Major got lucky, Panzor, Agan, Elemental Wars, and Arctic Hunter. And Theron said he did, dude. It's only love, dude. But yeah, you sandbag Wolfblood, bro. That's all you, man.
Honestly,
Anyway.
I think the question here is, did the Force really rise, or did Wolfblood just suck? But we'll find out.
Oh, how dare you,
Moving
dude.
on to the legendary tier.
Hold on, real quick,
Okay.
real quick. Bomb says TSL was constantly warring the Forest and pretty much donating Guild EXP. It's why they randomly have weeks with a bunch of Guild EXP. They earn it, but they don't start the wars. Bombs, you fed them, you rat. All right, go on.
Yep. Anyways, Wolfblood, 6th place position, drop it down to no longer Celestial Tier Guild. No surprise. 7th is Sanctuary. 8th is Prostor. 9th, still Friendly 2, showing activity and moving up a position, which means Shadow Garden has moved down 1 position. Hopefully that's not going to be a common theme with the change in leadership there.
Yeah, so I'm looking at earned EXP, and this legendary tier looks insane right now. Sanctuary is earning 13 mil EXP. So like credit card katanas are out. They smell the what do you guys, Darren? What do you do in Sanctuary? You know how like Wolfblood's like you smell the blood, right? Because you're a pack. What does Sanctuary say? Like, I dipped my finger in the pool and I taste the blood. I don't know. What do you guys do? But yeah, 13 Care Bear Stare. All right, so they Care Bear stared their way into Vietnam, and they earn 13 mil EXP. Wolfblood with 3.7, which is the most out of like the normal pack. Prostor showing strong gains here still, so it's good to see. Prostor has been a strong guild for a very long time. So Friendly is moving and grooving very slowly, but Shadow Garden, they're dipping. They're earning EXP that you normally see in the tier below. And we all know that Shadow themselves start college. They step down. They have the co-leads taking charge now. Like CrazyFi said, would this be a downward trend? Probably. They probably won't be a legendary guild anymore. They could still be a SGL tier guild, but they're probably not meant to be legendary now. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, cool. Moving on to Epic tier here. We have 11th through 15th place. A lot of movement. The Unknown in 11th. Demolition's Great Kingdom moving up 1 to 12th, which means Heaven and Hell has dropped down to 13. But however, Resolve has moved up 1 to 14th, and Murderers of the Universe showing life again and moving up to the 15th place. Lots of green in this tier.
Yeah, Unknown staying strong. They're earning a great amount of EXP, so is TGK. Demo, what is your ceiling, dude? What is your ceiling with DGK? Like, how are you guys? Are you guys going to make it out of Epic tier? Who knows? Heaven and Hell getting dropped by DGK. I don't know if Pratt is going to take that kindly. Pratt has pride in his guild once again, so we'll see how this shakes up. But good to see Resolve and Murder of the Universe still making progress, moving forward on the SGL.
Cool.
Demo says they're just vibing.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way to handle it.
Right. Don't want to say anything too crazy because then you'll look like a fool.
Yeah. Can't promise anything, but if we do good, awesome. Elite tier, not a lot of movement here, even though there's a really close amount of EXP. 16th place, Nice to Say Ye, moving down into Elite tier. 17th is Italia. 18th is Asgard. 19th is Frontier. 20th is Zelth Zenith Kites.
Why do you say it like that, dude?
It's fun. You should try it. But yeah, that's the tier, really. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, earned EXP here is okay, so Yi is really hit really hard this week. They've earned just a mil essentially. As you'll see here, it's dropping. And everyone else pretty normal here, hovering around 3 mil or below. But even ZZK, CF's beloved guild, they've earned, they're the second lowest in the pack here. So we might see further shakeups in Elite tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Rare tier is looking pretty juicy.
Cowgirl says that they moved Frontier back to PvE, so we'll see what happens there. All right, Rare tier it is. 21 through 25. We have Helheim in 21st. Golden Arrow is moving up 2 positions after their leadership changes. Very nice, which means Black Dragon, moved down to 23. Alpha Omega moving up 1, and Slums showing back up in the top 25, taking on that 25th position. Very nice.
Yeah. Earning EXP here is pretty low. Golden Arrows earning the most out of the pack. We do know that Golden Arrows is renewed. They have a renewed strategy. They have a new leader. Ajit's supporting from the front line, essentially, not from the guild leader position. And it's looking good for them so far. So I'll continue to root for them. I'm a OG Golden Arrows fan. Most of our friends starting here on Couch Cat were from GA, like Ajit and Ace and Tuna and all that stuff. So good luck to them. Black Dragon getting dropped. No surprise here, especially with Golden Arrow's gains. Alpha and Omega, I feel Alpha and Omega like gets knocked out and then comes back. Like they spend so much time re-entering the top 25. So hopefully they can get their groove on. Just stable, like just stabilize until the Halloween event. It'll pay out. And then Slums, we do know, they're TSG. So Slums, they've got all the orphaned LDS members. So no surprise that they're showing up today.
Yeah. That's the top 25, and I think it's time to move on to your favorite portion.
Ooh, I love it. It's a Christmas tree. So this is the tier 2 system. This is the 26th through 35th position on the SGL. This is where we monitor the next contenders for the top 25 or above positions in the overall SGL. So with tier 2, we just loosely cover positioning and the guilds that are there. So we have Brazil Grind. They were a rare tier guild, and they just got dropped 3 positions because of GA and Alpha Omega and Slums coming back. They just got bodied to 26, but they're still a strong guild. Okay, I'm going to look at earning just to make notes here. They're still doing fine. Eternal Flame is here at number 27. That's Welsky's guild. He's here and he's looking to get to 26, and he's one of the guilds that have earned the most in this tier. So good for them. Wolf is still here at 28. Teletubby is like one of the best names in this game. Moving 2 whole positions forward, they're earning a great amount of EXP for a tier 2 guild. They overtook Step and Chill, and they overtook Dante's Inferno, which were 30 and 31. 32, we have Black Heart, still pretty stable, still earning a lot of EXP weekly. Rose Garden is one of the newest guilds here in tier 2. So shout out to Rose. They joined our server. If you're looking for a new guild, I mean, they're one of the newer guilds that started strong. They had 120 players like right off the gate. I don't know how you do that. How do you unless you organize it offline, how the hell do you manage that? But Rose Garden's here, they're looking good. Demon Lord's Army not looking so good at 34, and then Realm of Fire, the newest tier 2 guild, they just knocked out Vex's guild, Blazing Beasts, and they've earned this is what they earned in the last 7 days, CrazyFi.
Yeah.
102k EXP. That's what knocked out Vex.
Rip.
They got knocked out by 100k difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, Realm of Fire, what a cool name. And they're at 35. So good luck to them. Vex, don't lose your mind over this, okay? I know you've been gatekeeping 35 for 5 years now, okay? It's it's time to move on. But that's tier 2, and that is 26 to 35, and that is the final update for tonight's SGL Progress Report. CrazyFi, if you want to lead us to the outro.
Sure.
SGL.
Yeah, that concludes the SGL report, both the top 25 and the tier 2. So thank you for watching that, both on stream and later on with the VOD Squad. We really appreciate you. That's it.
Yeah, thank you so much, VOD Squad, and thank you so much, Yomu, for the dashboard. It has yet to break on us. That's the most important thing. We might break our stream, but if the dashboard doesn't break, we're good to go.
That's always nice.
Yeah. All right. So, everyone, that concludes tonight's stream. We had our MMO news segment where we discussed Overlord and the not so much updates. We discussed the biggest update probably for IdleMMO's battle system and hunting and class system and all that jazz. So keep an eye out for IdleMMO's big update coming soon. Hopefully, we discussed Ironwood RPG's alchemy rework for the final time, and also in that patch note. So if you're still here. We forgot to go over it, but at the last star in that patch note, they said this was the last update in their way, or this update had to happen before they could approach a roadmap update, which is coming soon. So hopefully, in the next stream or two, CrazyFi, or when I'm back, Ironwood actually has a roadmap update to discuss on stream. And then, of course, we went over SimpleMMO's Seasonal Guild Leaderboard, the latest progress report of Season 7. Excuse me, we're not there yet. Season 6. And it's looking good. Celestial tier, there's still fight in there, so that's huge to see because usually it's like, okay, it's gonna be the same 5 for the rest of the freaking season, but yeah, it's still looking good. And a lot more tier 2 guilds shaking things up too. So that was the stream. Thank you to everyone who renewed their membership. Thank you to everyone who gifted their membership. Darren, thank you so much. Thank you to all the YouTube members showing your support. Thank you to all the mods showing up tonight to do your job, which we still don't really know what your job is, but you're here. Shout out to LTS for the network and the network check and the mic check. It's a whole production here, man. Shout out to Chuby for having an avatar like us. I mean, God, I could go on and on. Shout out to Demo for having a dump truck booty. Who else?
All right.
Who else? Old Man Pine, shout out to just being a great guild member, you noob. Ice Neo, shout out to being max defense and everything you do. Just good times, man. Okay. CrazyFi, do you have anything to say before we get out of here?
No, what he said.
Okay. Old Man Pines, thank you so much for just closing out the stream with a gift. A gift membership. Cowgirl Kiwi, who's new here. What a win. What a cop-up. So congrats to you, Cowgirl, and thank you so much, Old Man Pine. We'll see you all in the Discord. Please, for the love of goodness gracious, before we sign off, like the stream, subscribe if you're new here, tell your friends about us. Check out our website, couchguypod.com, for all of our links, including merch, or you can find it down below. And most importantly, help us get to 1,000 Discord members. We're almost at 700. It's a long way to go, but with all your help, we can get there. Link is down in the description. We'll see you then. Peace out.
Bye-bye.